The stars were silent that day. Commander Threx of the Zorth Empire stood on the bridge of his warship, eyes cold, staring at the white dot on the screen. It was not a threat. It was not a warship. It was a human medical ship. It did not even have shields raised. The name painted across its side was clear in all galactic languages. Mercy. His first officer hesitated. "Sir, should we attack?" Threx remembered the warnings. Long ago, other species older, wiser had told him, "Do not harm ships." Named Mercy. Humans will not forgive it, even if they say they do. But Threx was proud. He thought those stories were lies. So he gave the order, "Fire." And that was the day everything changed. The first shot the Mercy ship did not fight back. It only sent a soft message. "We are a neutral medical ship. We help all wounded human, alien, friend, or enemy. Please do not attack." Threx sneered. "Fools, they think kindness is a shield." He gave the second order, "Destroy their engines." Board the ship. The warship fired again. The medical ship shook. Alarms screamed. White lights turned red. The hull cracked. Human doctors screamed, not in fear, but in sorrow. Because inside Mercy, there were not only humans. There were wounded soldiers from many species Zorth, Vaeran, even Saraki. All recovering. All being cared for by human doctors and nurses. Now they were all dying, floating. Bodies. When the Zorith soldiers entered the wrecked ship, they found no guns, no defense. Just burned hospital beds, and bodies, many of them their own. A young Zorith. Soldier vomited in his mask. These were our wounded. They were helping us. The ship's main screen still showed the last log. A video of a human doctor, old and kind-looking, speaking to a camera. "We named our ship's Mercy so even in war, we do not forget what we are. We do not kill. We heal." One soldier shouted, "Why? Why did we do this?" But it was too late. The damage was done. Threx said nothing. He had ordered the death of doctors. The death of peace. The ghost message. 3 days passed. No human warships came, but a small pod drifted into Zorith space. It was not a weapon. It was a rescue beacon. Inside was one survivor from Mercy, a nurse named Elise Moon. Half her body was burned. She could not walk, but she was alive. And she brought something with her. A video file. It was the last recorded day on Mercy. It showed humans treating wounded Zorith soldiers, singing softly to scared alien children, fixing broken bones of enemies. And it showed the final moments when fire swallowed the medbay. The doctors did not run. They stayed and protected their patients. They died with them. Elise, her voice weak, said, "We gave Mercy to your people. Now I ask, will you show us the same?" The storm that followed the galaxy watched in shock. Our alien races, who had feared humans, now saw something worse than rage. Forgiveness mixed with unshakable purpose. The human coalition did not send battleships. They sent a new ship, a bigger one. It was not named Revenge. It was named Mercy. It crossed the war zone without guards. It opened its doors to all injured human, Zorith, and more. Commander Threx was furious. "This is a trap. They shame us. Where are their fleets?" But there were no fleets. Instead, human doctors worked day and night to treat the wounded. Even Zorith officers were welcomed. A child whose father had bombed human cities was given life-saving surgery on Mercy too. Some Zorith leaders wanted to stop it, but the people had seen the videos. They had heard the stories. Protests rose in the cities. We attacked Mercy, and they returned kindness. Then something terrible happened. A secret Zorith squad loyal to Threx planted a bomb. On Mercy, exploded in the medical bay. Flames tore through surgery rooms. Dozens died. This time, The humans did not stay silent. From Earth, a single message was broadcast across every star channel. It came from Dr. Una Park, the new head of Mercy Operations. She was calm, but her eyes were fierce. You killed our healers. Again, you were warned. But still we do not bring war. We bring truth. We will not attack, but we will never forget. We will bring our ships to every battlefield, no matter the risk. And when your wounded cry out, we will be there to remind you who we are. The whole galaxy froze. This was not a threat. It was something worse. It was a vow. The collapse of Threx inside Zoroth's High Council chamber. Arguments exploded. Half the council wanted to apologize to Earth. Half wanted to finish the war before humans changed more hearts. Threx screamed, "They are turning us weak. They infect us with pity." But the council no longer feared humans because of their weapons. They feared them because the people now loved them. Mothers wept over sons who had died on Mercy. Fathers who once hated humans now whispered, "They saved my daughter." The people did not want war. They wanted peace with humans. Threx was arrested. In court, his crimes were shown. The attack on the first Mercy, the hidden orders for the bombing of Mercy 2. He tried to speak. He tried to twist the truth. But then, Nurse Elise Moon was rolled into the court in a hoverchair. She looked into his eyes and said, "You killed doctors, but you did not kill hope." The court fell silent. Threx, once a proud warlord, wept. 5 years later, the war was history. Zoroth and the human coalition had become allies. Together, they built new medical ships, bigger than before. They were no longer only human. Doctors from across the stars joined Saraki, Zoroth, Thearin. Each ship was white. Each bore one name, Mercy. Inside one of those ships, a group of alien children listened to their teacher. He told them a story. Long ago, someone attacked a ship called Mercy. They thought it was weak, but they were wrong. Mercy is stronger than hate. Mercy can stop wars. Mercy can change the galaxy. One child raised a hand. But why didn't the humans fight back? The teacher smiled, because they were already winning. Not with weapons, but with hearts. The shocking legacy. But this story does not end there. In a forgotten part of the galaxy, a warlord tried to rise again. A cruel alien species, the Vuric, who believed Mercy was weakness, attacked a Mercy ship. They thought it would be easy, but something strange happened. As soon as the Mercy ship sent its first call for help, thousands of ships from dozens of species jumped in, not warships, but guard ships from every race once touched by the Mercy program. They formed a wall around the medical ship. Even enemies stood side by side. One message was sent to the Voric. You attack one Mercy, you attack us all. The Voric fled. That day, Mercy became more than a ship. It became a symbol, not of humans alone, but of every race that had learned the truth. Mercy does not mean surrender. Mercy means rising above. Closing scene. Elise's words. Elise Moon, now old and gray, sat by the window of the newest Mercy ship. She looked out at the stars and whispered to the young nurse beside her. They warned the aliens once. Now the whole galaxy knows. Mercy is not our weakness. It is our power. She smiled softly as the ship drifted toward another war zone, not with fear, but with purpose. Humanity did not win by having the biggest guns. They won by refusing to stop caring even when it hurt, even when their kindness was betrayed. And in the end, the galaxy learned the hardest truth. Mercy is not the opposite of war. Mercy is how you end it.